to this practical exercise where I'm going to get you to write a few things down and jot a few things down. I'm going to discuss what is counselling. So obviously this is what you're open to sort of learn about counselling. So obviously the first part is understanding what counselling actually is and what it isn't. So in this short video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all ask you to make your description of what counselling is. And the way I'd like you to do it is, I'd like to draw a big circle on a piece of paper. So if you've not got a pen, pause it, get yourself a pen and a piece of paper. And then I'd like you to draw a big circle, and inside, what is counselling? So just write the words, what is counselling, inside that big circle. So just like that, that's all you need to do. What is counselling? And that is it. And what I'd like you to do then is just branch off what you think counselling is. Some of you may know exactly what counselling is, some of you may not. Some of you will be beginners, some of you won't be. So all I would like to do is put what you think it is and just jot it down for now. So I'm trying to get you to be a little bit more practical in this rather than just watching me all the way through. So that's all I'd like to do, is just write a few notes on what you think counselling is. All of this would go towards, if you do the full course, you'll need to do all of this to evidence that you're learning and that you're beginning to understand what it is. So do that, and then I'm going to show you with a brief sort of definition of what counselling is. And this is my own sort of thoughts and feelings of what counselling is. I've been doing counselling obviously for a number of years, so my definition is what I believe it to be. There'll be other definitions out there, so what I would like to encourage you to do as well is to go away from today and do some research and get some definitions of what counselling actually is. And so I'm going to explain what the way I see counselling, and you can then go away and do your own research into what you see counselling as being as well. So that's the practical task that I'd like you to do as well. So first of all, you're writing what you think it is personally, and then now what I'm going to do is share with you what I believe counselling to be. And then from this exercise you will then go away and do your own research, because this is what you're going to have to do if you want to do the counselling course. And if you want to go further in counselling, you've got to do a lot of research, read around, different things like that. I'll point you in the right directions of reading and stuff like that, and different books that you can get along the way. So do that now, and I'm going to share with you now. So once you've done that, you can also, underneath the videos, you can put on what you believe counselling to be in the comments box underneath. That would be really good, because that would demonstrate to me that you're actually watching the videos as well. So put in what you believe counselling to be, and I'm not going to sort of say whether you're right or wrong, because it's whatever you believe it to be at this stage. And that's what I'd like to do. So if you want to, you can put yours in underneath the video as well, and I will sort of make a comment on what you put as well at some point. Well, I'm not going to say whether you're right or wrong, obviously, because I'm going to go over what it is, and then you're going to do your own research to find out exactly what counselling is. So that's what I'm going to do in this short video. So my brief definition of what I believe counselling to be is, counselling is a process. So that's the first thing. It is a process. It's not something that can be rushed. It's not something that can be speeded up. It's a process where somebody is experiencing some kind of problem, whether it be a bereavement, whether it be the loss of a relationship, whether it be self-esteem, confidence. It could be a number of things. It could be depression, it could be anxiety, it could be lots of different things, where a client comes there with a specific problem or problems maybe, and they're struggling with it and it's impacting on them emotionally. So the aim of counselling is to work with them in a way that it enables them to discover what their problem is, and then to discover their own ways of resolving the problem with your support. not telling them what to do with their life. So counselling is not about advising them what to do, it's about giving them information. So information and advice are two different things. It's about giving them information on different things, helping them to discover things for themselves. So we call this guided discovery, and this is where we will ask lots of questions and stuff, and that will help them to discover some of the problems that they're experiencing and alternative ways that they can deal with it. So counselling is a broad subject. Obviously there's lots of different models when it comes to counselling. To name but a few, which we will be covering in the next module, there is cognitive behavioural therapy, person-centred therapy, and also psychodynamic. There's three of them, but there are a lot more different approaches in counselling, but the three main ones, and they're the three that I use within my own practice. They have different emphasis on how the counsellor would work. So if it's client-centred, which is person-centred, it's non-directive, and the client sort of leads the way and could bring something completely new to the session every session. Where if it's cognitive behavioural therapy, you have a structured sort of plan from formulating what the problem is, of how you're going to deal with it. And obviously I'll go more into detail with that when we come to it. Psychodynamics generally slightly different again. That's around about past problems from childhood that are impacting on them in the here and now, the present as well. And so I'll go into more obviously around the theories when we get to that module, but that's just a little bit of a brief explanation of what counselling actually is. So I hope you've done your little bit of what counselling is, and that is sort of it for this module. So I hope you've enjoyed getting to know me, and what you've enjoyed learning a little bit about what the course is going to be about, what you've enjoyed this little practical exercise. Please do go away and research things, because if you want to understand counselling, you've got to go and do that research. So I would strongly recommend that you do that. And then what I will do now is bring this to a close, and I will see you in the next video, and that will be the introduction to the next module, which is therapeutic approaches in counselling, and I'll be going over them in that module. So I shall see you in the next module. Thank you and goodbye.